Hey, campers! Hi.
Hello.
How are ya? Welcome to Camp Insomnia. My name is Zach. I am your camp counselor.
And I am your Dolores. I was going to say, and I am your Dolores.
You're there, Dolores.
I am
Ooh,
yours.
Y'all campers should feel special now.
I am your camp counselor, Dolores.
Dolores.
Hello. I am not
Hello.
yours. I'm your camp counselor, though.
Oh my god. Well, welcome everyone to our paranormal and true crime podcast. And if you're new here, welcome. You made it. And whoever just told you to listen to this specific one, if that's the case, awesome. If you just decided to click a random one, congratulations, you collect one.
You know what I
guess,
feel like? What kind of podcast we would be? Like,
What?
We're one of the ones where you fall into that dark hole on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you
And
just
you're
ran
like,
across.
"What's this?"
Yeah, you us. Hello.
That's us. Hello. Welcome. You found us.
You fell into the hole. It's okay though. We are here for you.
We're here for you. We're here to gather you around that campfire, keep it nice and toasty, and scare the shit out of you.
The shit out of you.
The shit. So if you guys, you campers, if you don't remember, I'm going to remind you, I am a 3D animator and an artist, and your boy Zach, your camp counselor, got an internship with a company called The Focus that works with MPC Motion Picture Company, and I am interning with them for the next 8 weeks with the possibility of getting a job with them as a junior animator and moving to Canada.
Yes, our boy is going places.
I'm going places. My degree is getting put to use. COVID
so-
kind of messed up the entertainment industry.
I'm so proud though, guys. You have to understand this. This boy. I've known him for a very long time. 18 years to be exact.
Yeah,
And
literally.
since we were kids, he's always wanted to make this his dream, and he's making his dream come true. So this,
Yes.
just little. I'm just so happy for him.
Yeah, so please put out the good vibes out there into my Canadian, because I know we have people that listen in Canada.
Yeah.
I always try to shout them out. They never respond back, but
What the
if you're
heck,
listening, Canada,
Come on, Canadian.
Canada, I might be moving up towards you in Montreal. So you're gonna have your own camp counselor in Canada.
I love it.
Probably, maybe. There's an 80% chance. I'm gonna try really hard to make sure I get hired.
It's gonna fall into place. It'll fall into place.
I hope so. Besides that, do you have any news for Dixie campers?
Trying to think. Well, I mean, we're getting close to the big day for big opening at the Big D.
At the Big D. Got the Big D.
at the happiest place on earth. So we're just getting ready. We're ready for y'all. But yeah, I mean, it's been nice going back to my regular job and still working my other fun job. So I'm very fortunate and very happy that I have 2 jobs.
You are a busy gal, and
I am.
I commend you on that. I was thinking today, I was like, damn, Dolores is a hardworking girl, man. I mean, like, I can barely pick a shift at Olive Garden without wanting to cry.
Oh my God.
Here she is with 2 jobs.
Hey, you know what? I'm making that coin right now, and I'm having some fun doing it. And I said, I'm very appreciative of what I have right now, and I'm very thankful that I have these 2 jobs and can make that coin.
Yeah, exactly.
and enjoy doing it. You know.
Yeah.
Not very many people can say that.
True. We also have another really big announcement. This is our 20th episode.
Holy but Jesus, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, our 20th episode.
We made it.
We did it, campers. And so I have a really special story for you guys today. Yeah. Ooh.
I am very excited about this one.
Yeah, Dolores, I think, only knows the title of it. But
Yeah, that's it.
Literally. So let's hold on.
Oh, we're going here too. Hold on.
Let's gather around the campfire.
Yes, go ahead and snuggle up. Grab your blankies. Grab a buddy. And please get ready because we're about to go on a very interesting ride here.
We are going to go on a very interesting ride. Also, real quick, shout out to my friend Courtney. She kind of got upset that in the last podcast or podcast a couple back, Dolores said like, "Oh, don't cuddle because that's how you get pregnant." And my friend Courtney, she goes, "I cuddle and I got pregnant."
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
She's like, "I feel so called out."
See. I just speak the truth, okay? Real life experiences, example 1.
Yeah. So, Courtney, it's okay. You're still accepted at the campfire, okay? I'm excited. She's due soon, so.
Okay,
that's
well,
good.
Don't worry. We'll run camp daycare. It'll be all good. We'll make sure your kid is very much watched over and not, I don't know, getting themselves into some shenanigans inside the woods.
Yeah, exactly. So, Courtney, see, you're all good. You're good in the hood.
It'll be
so cuddle.
fine.
At campers, you guys can cuddle and get pregnant. Just.
Oh my god.
I don't know what else to say to that.
Be safe.
Be safe. Yeah, be safe. Yes, exactly. Contraceptives, right?
Well, no,
Is that the
because you're
word?
gonna get pregnant.
Oh,
you
yeah,
already
duh.
say they're gonna get pregnant. You're already past that. We're
I'm
already
such an idiot.
way
Whatever.
past that.
Let's get into the story. I hate my life.
What is this camp?
What is this camp? All right, we're still around the fire. All right, so let me open up my case, and today I will be talking about the Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park. Dun dun dun. So here's a taste of what we're going to be discussing today and what this place is. So the Lake Shawnee Amusement Park is a defunct amusement park in Princeton, West Virginia, United States. So we're going back to Virginia.
Okay.
All the way back. Virginia, we just can't get enough of you.
Yeah, I guess not.
No. So this defunct amusement park is located along Lake Shawnee. It was opened in 1926, and the park operated for 40 years before closing in 1967. There has been a total of 6 deaths on the property as of recent, but thousands more.
Oh my god.
Thousands. So, we're going back to Virginia. We're going back in history. Before we go into this, I just want to cite my sources. This was a really hard case to do any kind of research for, so I did a lot of my notes from Morbid's podcast on episode 171. They did I don't know how the hell she found all this information, but she got a lot of it. And then I also took information from Omar Gosh TV on YouTube. And then Jason Lanier, he's a photographer that he was also on YouTube, did a video on it. And then Chris Starr, she did a paranormal investigation there as well. And I got more information out of that.
Okay.
All right?
Wow,
Just cite
that
my
was a
sources.
lot. Good job.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah. And then Wikipedia is another one. So, like I said, very hard to find information on this place. And I barely found like paragraphs about it.
Oh, jeez.
Because it's one of those places where you have to visit the actual place to get any of the history, because the people there don't put it out there into the world, I guess, or have it out. They want you to experience it for yourself and tell you the actual history of the place while you're there.
Huh. I mean, fair. Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. So we're going back to 1775.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah. 1775. Mitchell Clay was one of the first English settlers in what is now called Mercer County, but back then it was called Clover Bottom, which I don't know why they changed the name. I kind of like a Clover Bottom. Oh, oops. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. No. That's not what I meant.
We turned into that podcast. God damn it. We started talking about pregnancies, talking about campers getting pregnant. Now you're talking about bottoms.
Oh, bottoms? Oh my god. Oh, what has become of me? Okay. So moving on. And I can't. I hate my life. Oh, sorry, campers.
Take a drink, sweetie.
Ooh.
Take a drink.
Okay. Okay, so the year before, in 1774, Mitchell Clay, he received a crown grant from Lord Dunmore, the royal governor of Virginia, for the participation in Dunmore's War. So because of this, he got this grant to be able to get more than like 1,200 acres of land.
Oh, wow.
So here's a bunch of land. Thank you for helping me out.
Yeah.
So he moved onto this land with his wife, Phoebe, and they had 14 children.
Hello, clan.
Yeah, so they did a lot of cuddling, okay?
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly. And all this land meant a lot of space for a lot of kids. When they used this massive property Mitchell Clay had acquired, and they used it for farmland, so they grew crops, and they had a lot of animals on the property, farmhouses, like a farm.
Yeah.
And things were kind of good.
Okay.
Kind of good.
Kind of. Got it.
There was a war between neighbors going on. And it wasn't like the Karen that lives next door that's mad that you're, I don't know, what would they be mad about back then?
Like
your corn is too tall.
Yeah, or like nowadays, your hedge is coming over my side.
It's going over my side. Or back in them, your cow is eating my grass.
Yeah, yeah.
So it wasn't a Karen, but it was actually the Shawnee natives that were pissed at Mitchell Clay and his family because they took their land and then started farming on it and then living on it and doing whatever they wanted to it. And the Shawnees were like, where did this white man come from with his 15,000 children? Like, why are they on my land? Like, get off, right?
Yeah.
Because what the Clays didn't know when they moved onto the land is it used to be a Shawnee village, and that even though the village was no longer there, it was still owned by the natives. But that shouldn't be a shocker to us because the majority of settlers in this time were moving on to native land, and either they knew that they were doing it and they knew the natives wouldn't do anything about it because it would be met with retaliation, or for his sake, he was given this land not knowing it belonged to the natives, and he moved on in with his family, started his life, and then he's like, oh shit, this is native land, great. Now I have these next door neighbors mad at me that I moved onto their home.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, this is not new at this time.
Yeah.
This is, and I mean, it's still happening now. So the Shawnee tribesmen had visited the Clay family multiple times and were like, hey, dude, get the fuck off of my land. Like, it's time for you to go. And well, the Clay family didn't heed their warning. So the Clay family stayed put on the land. They said, it's yours, but we're here now. Just no.
So we're comfy. We're settled.
Yeah.
Nah, fam.
Sorry, not sorry. We'll be quiet.
God.
Yeah. So we're gonna fast forward in time real quick.
Okay.
Anthropologists that studied this land figured out that there were at least 2 different tribes that lived on this piece of land at once, and they hadn't been living on it for a multitude of a few decades before the clan family came to claim the land. So no one had lived on that land for a very long time until the Clay family moved on in. And just because the 2 tribes weren't actively living on the land didn't mean that it wasn't theirs, nor did they not want that land anymore. It also didn't mean that they weren't using it. And well, the Clays came on in and pissed off these natives by using it. So it's that you have a t-shirt in your room. It's your t-shirt, right? You're not using it. You know it's there. But then I come in, I'm like, ooh, look at this t-shirt. It's mine now. I'm going to wear it. And you're like, oh, well, that's my t-shirt, girl.
Yeah.
Give it back. And I'm like, well, you're not wearing it. It's like, well, it's still mine.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Right?
Shady.
So let's go back in time.
Oh my God.
So in August of 1783, Mitchell Clay asked his 2 sons, Bartley and Ezekiel, to build a fence around some grain that he had purchased. His eldest daughter Tabitha was washing clothes nearby while her 2 younger brothers began to build the fence. As Bartley and Ezekiel are building the fence for their papa, suddenly 11 Shawnee natives snuck up and attacked the boys.
Oh shit. 11?
Yeah.
Oh.
11.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They killed one of the boys, Bartley, with a single shot to the head, and they kidnapped Ezekiel.
They said, hell no, we gonna jump these fools.
Yeah, we're gonna jump them. You want to get off my land? We gonna make sure you get off my land.
Damn.
We gonna jump your ass. So Tabitha, who was washing clothes nearby, she heard the gunshot, right? So she went running to the house, but on her way to the home, she passed by her 2 younger brothers that were building the fence where they were at, and Tabitha sees Bartley on the ground and no other sign of Ezekiel. So she sees her brother flat on the ground. Where's the other brother? Where's the gunshot? So she runs off to his side, and without even thinking, she's trying to save him. He's bleeding everywhere. And in the process of trying to save her brother Bartley from his wounds, a Shawnee native came up from behind and Tabitha was then stabbed to death.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, she was stabbed. So 2 of the kids had now been murdered, right? Tabitha and Bartley. While all this was happening, a neighbor named Ligon Blankenship saw all of this happen.
Wait. The name. Wow.
I know.
The name threw me off as it is. I'm sorry.
Ligon, Liggen Blankenship. Ligon Blankenship.
I dig it.
That's a name.
Choices.
Choices, yeah. How many might say Ligon? I mean, that choices. Not dogging on you. Sorry, Ligon. Ligon Blankenship saw all this happen while he was out hunting, or he was either visiting the Clay family. They don't really know. Phoebe, the mom of these kids, sees him and starts begging with Ligon to save her daughter Tabitha. Tabitha was being stabbed at this moment, and Phoebe was like, "Hey, I need you to save her and stop these natives from like literally killing her. Like, you're here, you have a gun. Like, help my daughter. Like, look, you can see it happening. She's dying.
Oh my
She's
God.
being stabbed to death." So Phoebe's begging at this point, and Mr. Ligon got really terrified at this whole situation and just took off back home. It didn't help. Just kind of left him there.
Wow.
He said, "Oh shit, ooh, Tabitha, I gotta go," and then left.
Literally my Jane Doe case when the neighbor came by.
Yeah,
and it was like,
"Can I get my what was it? Can I get my cassette tape?
Yeah.
My VH, yeah, can please? Like, I just want it back."
Yeah, or when he's beating the shit out of her in the parking lot, and he was like, bye.
I said, "Ooh, are you okay? I'll come back later."
Yeah, sorry.
Come back later.
Same vibe, sorry.
Yeah, Ligon's like, "Ooh, came at the wrong time."
Yeah.
You know, I think I left the lasagna in the oven. I have to go check on it.
Oh my God.
I gotta go.
What?
So this piece of information was in a chapter of the book called Kentucky Clay, 11 Generations of Southern Dynasty by Catherine A.R. Bateman. This woman is one of the Clay's great-great-great-granddaughters.
Wow.
So she wrote this book, telling all this. Thank you to Morbid, because they read this book, and I did not. I don't have the time. So Ligon's family line would often be called a cowardice due to his action of running away and not helping the Clay family.
Yep. Oh.
So his whole family line is called, "You guys are cowards. You guys are fucking cowards because you left home, girl."
You just made a legacy for yourself.
I know, yikes. That's a big yikes. Yeah, so let's get back to death. So Tabitha is dead. Bartley is dead. Ezekiel is boop, kidnapped, gone, poof, by these 11 Shawnee natives. So Phoebe brings all of her children inside her home and then drags both Tabitha and Bartley's bodies inside as well, and then lies their dead bodies in a bed together.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, it's rough. So determined as fuck to keep the rest of her children safe, she made her kids run with her 6 miles through the forest to a neighbor's house, John Bailey, for safety. He was the closest neighbor. So they had to run 6 miles.
Jesus Christ.
That's after a mile, I think, "Mom, I'm walking. If they kill me, they kill me. I'm out of breath,
God.
girl. Girl, I'm out of breath."
Not even for your life.
No, my health. Not even for my health. So meanwhile, Mitchell Clay, the father comes back from hunting, not knowing that any of this has happened.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Da-da-da-da, off to see my family. The boys better have built that fence or I'm going to kick their ass. Better have done their chores. So Mitchell Clay, he sees that the farm is empty. The house is empty. He doesn't hear any people or noises. So he's like, "Oh, that's really weird. It's really quiet here." And then he sees the blood, and then he finds his 2 dead children in a bed together.
Ooh.
Which is so shocking. I wouldn't even know how to react to that.
Yeah.
So he assumes that the whole family was either massacred or taken by the Shawnee natives. It's either or. So Mitchell Clay then runs to John Bailey's house, again, the closest neighbor, to form a search party for his missing family. Mm-hmm. So if I were him, I'd be like, "Okay, I need to get there. I need to round up all my neighbors. We need to find my family." His mind is probably in a whirl as he's running 6 miles to this neighbor's house. So when arriving, he ends up finding his family, and he's relieved. Mm-hmm. because the family was at John Bailey's. He's like, oh, thank God you guys are alive. So both Mitchell and Phoebe then head back out to the farmhouse to then bury their 2 dead children on the property.
Oh.
Yeah, which when I heard that, one, I'd be terrified to even go back.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then I have to bury them, and who knows that if one, I get there, they try to kill me. 2, maybe I bury them and then they kill me. It's a whirlwind of emotion.
Cool, you already dug your own grave. Just push them right in. Oh, imagine. Oh, rough. My God.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The Indian's like, oh, thank you. Did the work.
Yeah, legit.
So when arriving, I already said that. So Mitchell then gathered other settlers to go and then form a search party to look for his son Ezekiel, which the Shawnee natives took. Remember, they kidnapped him. The group was led by Captain Matthew Farley. Ezekiel was then taken to Ohio by the Shawnee natives. So from West Virginia all the way to Ohio.
Oh my God.
So to the Ohio listeners, hey.
Yeah, shout out
we have
to
a lot
Ohio.
of you. Ohio. Oh, hi. Oh.
I can't.
So he was taken by the Shawnee natives to Ohio, and then he was burned at the stake.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was burned at the stake. He was only 16 years old. Yeah. So with this, the murder of these 2 children plus the burning at the stake of Ezekiel, it led to a ton of bloodshed on both parties involved, the settlers and the natives, because you killed my kids, you took my land, and now they're just battling it out, right?
God damn.
So here's some gruesome details. I never knew about this. Morbid mentioned it, and I thought it was really gross, and I thought I'd mention anyway. It's triggering for me, just because I'm a Cherokee Indian. I'm Native, and the fact that people would do this back in the day really terrifies me. And there's probably things like this still out there somewhere.
So is this like a? Should we say this is a sensitivity warning?
No, I guess not so much a sensitivity warning, but it could just like really upset people.
Okay.
Just like really, like what the fuck? So the non-natives, so the settlers in this, after killing a Shawnee native or just any natives really, they would then take a chunk of skin off the native's back and then use it as a razor strap to sharpen their razors. So you know how it looks like a big long piece of like leather, and then you sharpen your razor on it. Yeah, they would use that from natives.
Oh my God, they skins. Like dried out like a hide. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, so many of these razor straps were then handed down as family heirlooms.
Blech. Oh God, Ed Gein vibes. Oh,
yeah,
blech.
Yeah. And I said the Clay family was one of these families.
Oh,
and that's the next quote was I put in here. Ed Gein would be proud.
Oh yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
He said, "Damn, I didn't get to make that."
Yeah, it's just really twisted. Like they would go to that extent after killing a native to then take their skin and then make it into it's upsetting. It's just dumbfounding to me that people would do that.
That's intense.
People are wackadoocious.
Oh yeah.
So after Ezekiel was burned at the stake, the chief of the Shawnee tribe showed compassion and let Mitchell Clay take his son's body back to be properly buried. And then how he got his body back was that the Shawnee tribe leader lent Mitchell a horse to do so.
I have multiple feelings about this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, all in all, I understand their anger. I understand why they're upset. Is it just me, or is it just like hella petty the way these things go? Like, came on our land, I'm gonna kill your kids. You gonna pay for this. I'm gonna kill all your kids and y'all gonna see it. But here's a horse.
Here's a horse. You can take your kid back. I know we just burned him at the stake.
That's so you can take him back. Petty. I mean, like I said, I totally get it. I totally get what happened.
Yeah, no,
holy
same.
shit.
No, I totally get it too, but I'm like...
Oh, it's intense.
Holy shit.
It's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot going on. So we don't know where Ezekiel is buried on the property, but some sources say that the 3 children were exhumed and then all buried together on the property, but it's unsure.
Okay.
We know for sure that both Tabitha and Bartley are buried together, but again, we're still unsure where Ezekiel is buried, but it's assumed that he's with them. There's a marker that states that the 2 children were murdered in the field, and the stone was erected in 1937 on the exact side of their graves.
Oh, wow.
Phoebe, the mother, refused to ever go back to the farm, but few members of the Clay family would go back to the farm and live there for a while. So she's like, I wouldn't either, to be honest.
Yeah.
My children were just murdered there. No, I'm good. So now we're going to fast forward to 144 years later.
Wait, question before we do,
Yeah.
actually.
Uh-huh.
Where were all the rest of the kids in the family during
Oh, well, they were
all of
safe. I mean,
this?
they were inside, I'm assuming, because the information that I've listened to or have heard, they only mentioned the 3 children.
Interesting.
So I'm assuming maybe they were inside or doing other chores in different part of the property and luckily weren't attacked.
Yeah. It was just a thought. I don't know. I was like,
Yeah.
because it's a lot of kids, so I'm like, that's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe too, like maybe the Shawnee natives wanted to murder more of them, but maybe it went awry because they got caught by the neighbor coming and seeing them and Phoebe freaking out, and so they just kind of like took off. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I wasn't there. I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah, no kidding.
So in 1927, so 144 years later, a man named Connolly Snidow, his last name's weird, Connolly Snidow, that's what I'm going to say. Sure, that's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Decided to purchase this land that was previously owned by the Clay family. Coal mining in Virginia at the time was exploding. Families were moving in, shops were being erected. It was becoming a really booming business, coal mining, and the town was then also booming with people.
Yeah.
So Snidow saw this as an opportunity to make some money and that he could provide some entertainment for these new families moving into the area. Because everybody needs entertainment, like movie theaters and stuff. So he had erected swings on the property. These aren't the safety swings you see at Disneyland, where you're sitting, you buckle in, and it twirls you around, but you're somewhat safe. I still don't trust him. So these were not safe swings at all. Basically, you sat on a wooden plank that had chains holding you up. Yeah, so a wooden plank with like 4 holes, and then you just sat on it. And there you go.
Yeah, it's like one you would make maybe as a kid or something. I know I did.
Yeah. But then it twirls you at like 35 miles an hour, like 50 feet up the road.
How the hell did they do that? Wait a minute.
It's 1927, so I mean, like they did have the technology for it. It just wasn't safe.
Yeah.
So they also had a water slide that went into a man-made pond. They had a Ferris wheel. They had dance halls on the property. Pools were built. There was a speakeasy. There was gambling. Like, it was a place to be. Like, it was just this. They had this. Remember, 1,200 acres of land to build all this stuff on. And it was a place to be in West Virginia at that time.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it does sound like fun. Yeah. So everything was going great at the amusement park until 1934. James Kraft Belcher, he was 25 years old. He was one of the great-grandchildren of the original family who owned the property. So Phoebe, the mother, her maiden name was Belcher, the wife of Mitchell Clay. So this was like her great-grandchild, James Kraft Belcher.
Okay.
All right. So he grew up on this property. He was married and unfortunately having an affair with a 19-year-old woman named Myrtle Taylor. We love a cheater.
Oh, totally.
So, James Belcher ends up finding that his side piece, Myrtle Taylor, has a side piece. So his side piece has a side piece. Well, he's fucking pissed.
The karma of that. I can't even.
Right, exactly. James Belcher is pissed. So then he forces her into his car and basically kidnaps her. He then stops along the road that bordered the Lake Shawnee property, so right next to the amusement park. He gets out of his car and in the road then shoots Myrtle twice in the head.
Holy, my God. Oh, God.
Yeah, so he ends up driving her to the hospital because she's still alive. She's still living.
He said, "I'm gonna shoot you, but hold on, let me go take care of you."
Which is, I think I might have been one of those things like, oh shit, like what did I just do? Like I came to my senses. So of course he takes her to the hospital. She's barely alive. She ends up dying shortly afterwards at the hospital. Unfortunately, he was then arrested. You're gonna roll your eyes at this. He pled insanity.
I can't even.
Yeah, it was denied, thankfully.
Yeah.
He was then sent to prison for the murder of Myrtle. That's a tongue twister. For the murder of Myrtle Taylor.
There we go. Okay.
Geez, say that 3 times.
Yeah, no kidding.
And he lived, and he lived to be 83 years old, and then died in 1993. Yeah. So that was like one of the things that kickstarted this roller coaster of death. So after this incident, over 6 deaths happened in the amusement park from the time it opened until the time it closed in 1966.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Conley Snido, the guy that ran it, in a hotel that the Snido family was living in, their 3-year-old ran for the elevator and then was crushed in between the floor and the door going up.
Oh my god. Jesus, that image in my head. No.
Traumatizing.
Oh, very.
A 3-year-old, that's a baby.
Oh my god. No.
Yeah. For people that have children out there, that I would be a wreck. I wouldn't even know how to function after that.
No.
So on July 3rd of 1966, John Richard Tiley, who was only 11 years old, drowned in the swimming pool on the property. So the ponds and swimming pools on the property, they were dug out, right? Just holes in the ground and then lined with cement. Like it was very not like a regular pool you would see today.
Yeah.
And basically, when he was swimming, his arm or his clothes somehow got stuck in the drain on the bottom.
Oh, God.
And so he got sucked.
Oh, my God. Final destination.
Yeah, literally. So later that day, John's family came to pick up their son, and they couldn't find him. We can't find him anywhere. So they checked the entire site. They couldn't find him anywhere until they searched the pond, and lo and behold, they found him under the water, drowned.
Oh my god, imagine that sight too. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. Another little boy, Wayne Harmon, drowned in the lake on the property.
Why is it all boys? Little boys?
I know. His family was swimming with him, as well as other families as well, in this giant swimming lake pond thing. Even multiple lifeguards were on duty, but no one noticed him drowning until it was too late. How they found his body was because another swimmer brushed up against his body that was on the bottom of the lake.
Blech. Oh, God.
Yeah. No, I couldn't. Is that a hand?
Oh, God.
Mm-mm. No, thank you. Some say, this is really sad, that you can see the reflection of a little boy by staring in the pond or the lake.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, you can just see him there. He's like right next to you, but he's not. But it's sad. Oh, that makes my heart cry. Another person that died was a gambler. He died on site due to money, probably because he lost the bet and he died, probably by shooting or of the stabbing. It doesn't really say, but he died. A little girl.
Suicide.
I don't know. It was a gambling altercation, so it could have been anything.
Got it. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
That dude got murdered or something.
Yeah. A little girl around the age of 10 had died on the swings. A truck was delivering soda drinks to the park. There was a concession stand that was right next to the swings, and when the truck was turning around after its delivery, it backed into the path of the swings. So the little girl on the swing met the truck at a very high speed and was killed on impact.
Oh my god, it's like, tell me why, this is so messed up. Tell me why I thought of a little gnat flying into a car on the freeway.
Basically what happened, she was splattered on the side of the moving vehicle.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Witnesses say she was wearing a ruffled pink dress and it was absolutely soaked in blood.
How negligent.
I know. Again, 1927.
But, yeah, go ahead, back up. Too far.
Oh no, that poor little girl. Yeah, that one messed me up. Yeah. The park was then closed in 1966 because another little girl died on the swings by falling out of it.
Oh my god. Oh my God.
Yeah, so because of these exact deaths in 1966, Connolly Snido realized it was not worth the deaths of these children and possibly more for the sake of a great paycheck, so he shut it down.
This is why.
Yeah.
This is
why
why
roller coaster.
Safety is very important.
Yeah. So this is the part of the roller coaster where like we just fell down the really big drop and now it's like a bunch of little drops.
Okay. Yeah, that was
until
a lot.
we pull into station. That was a lot.
My God, that made me physically uncomfortable. Oh.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump ahead to the 1980s.
Okay.
A man named Gaylord White.
I almost
knew you
almost
were.
spit out my monster.
I know. Yes, his name is Gaylord White.
I dig it.
Yeah. He had worked at the original amusement park when it was open. Back in the day. He bought the land and decided he wanted to redo this amusement park. When he acquired the land, the swings were no longer there. He was disappointed because he wanted to make it as original as he could to the amusement park that he worked at when he was younger. So he wanted to buy the same kind of swings, the same kind of like rides to make it as authentic.
Okay, but like safer.
Literally. You would think so. So he went to New Jersey to an antique dealer and he purchased the same kind of the same kind of swings that would have been at the amusement park.
So not safer. Got it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I would think if you were to get those kind of swings, then to like modify them to make them safer.
Yeah, but if he wants it to be authentic, then they're not going to be.
Yeah. So he starts putting them together after buying them and realized, I want to know more about these swings. Like, where'd they come from? Like, what's the history behind them? He looked up the serial numbers on the swings, and they were the original swings.
Oh, what a coinky-dink.
They're back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know who died on those swings? Those two little girls. So those swings are back in the location. Yeah.
Welcome home.
Yeah, welcome home. He also purchased paddle boats, bumper cars, stages for entertainment, and he only charged $1 for admission.
In the 80s?
Yeah, in the 80s. Yeah, $1.
Wow. I mean,
so that's really cheap.
Yeah, you would think it'd be $20. It's, I don't know.
Yeah, so he did this to make it fun for guests and everybody around, and he didn't do it for the money.
Oh, okay, then I see why.
Yeah, this new family that moves in here, they don't really do anything for money. They just do it because they want to do it, and they want to provide entertainment for other people. Even if they lose money, they don't mind it because they're not very materialistic.
I mean, yeah.
Which... this is a downside because the park remained open for 3 years until insurance rates became too high to handle because of the rides.
Yeah.
And he wasn't making great money because he was only charging $1, so he couldn't handle the insurance costs, and so he had to close the park.
I was gonna say there's the upkeeping, there's the insurances, there's vendors. Like there's more than just it's more than just trying to make a buck. I get that, but you have to think about the other aspects too. It's still a business. You still to run a business, you still gotta make the money to upkeep that business.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then too, if someone gets hurt on a coaster, he has to have the insurance to then take care of that person who got hurt on the coaster, or if their coaster breaks down, he has to have some kind of insurance. Or ride, not a coaster, but a ride.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways. So instead of abandoning the park entirely, the family got together and started to brainstorm, and they realized, there's a bunch of water on this property. We have a bunch of ponds, man-made lakes, and pools. So they came up with the idea of having fishing tournaments in these ponds. Oh. So what that is that you import a bunch of like bass or a certain type of fish. Mm-hmm. You dump it in the pond. You have people pay to come in and fish. Whoever catches a big fish wins. Yeah. I used to do it with my dad all the time. Mm-hmm. We used to do it at El Dorado Park in California. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun. And that's a good way of making money. I mean, it's pretty innocent. No one's swimming. No one's drowning. So that's good.
Yeah, it's all just for sport and fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the family found a lot of success with this, and they cleared out some more land, and they were going to start doing mud bogging. So for those of you who don't know mud bogging is it's when you off-road in the mud. So in Oklahoma, we just call it mudding. And you just take your truck and you're just off-roading in mud and getting muddy. There's they'll dig out some stuff that's really muddy, so you're going through like mud water, getting soaked. Yeah, it's fun. It is fun. It's messy, but it's fun. So when they were clearing out land for mud bogging, according to Chris White, who is Gaylord Sr.'s son, he told the Register Herald, what? Is that face?
Sorry,
is it his name?
Yes. Sorry, I'm immature campers. I'm sorry.
Let me say the Gaylord. Gaylord. Gaylord Sr.'s son. So Chris White, all right? Gaylord. So he told the Register Herald, we were bulldozing part of this land and started finding artifacts. We found arrowheads, pottery, and pots. So we stopped and said, this is really interesting. Let's bring someone down here and see what they can do, right? We found all those really cool artifacts. Let's like bring like an actual person who knows what this stuff is.
I don't like this already.
So in 1988, they brought an entire team of anthropologists, right? And this team took a fine-tooth comb to this entire property. In the same article from the Register Herald, Chris White states, they stopped digging when they started finding kids' graves.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
The experts at the end thought there were about 3,000 graves on the property.
Oh, my God.
The only thing they can figure out what happened was that they got some kind of flu or something, and to protect the rest of their tribe, everyone except for the kids and elderly left. It's sad, but Marshall thinks that wiped out the Shawnee tribe back in the 1700s. So let's go back in time. So Dolores, why do you think the Shawnee tribe was trying to keep the family off this land?
I don't know. I have several theories, but
What's one of them?
It's pure land. It's their land. I mean,
okay. Well, the reason why it was because it was a massive burial site for all the natives that had died from a flu-like virus.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And this was a sacred burial site for the Shawnee natives, and then the Clay family came in and built their farm on top of these graves.
Oh my god! So disrespectful! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, again, 3,000 graves. They estimate 3,000 graves are on this property. Plus Clay's 3 children.
Oh. Oh no. Oh my god.
So the anthropologists were able to get 13 bodies out from the ground until they decided, like, we gotta stop.
Yeah.
They stopped as to not desecrate the place, the hollowed ground. The bodies were then buried back in the same place that they were dug up from.
I love how they said, "Oh, okay, lucky number 13. Let's stop here." Not even after one. Not even one.
Well, I mean, if you're thinking of it as a scientific purpose of that, you need to know what these bodies are, because maybe some are children, some are elderly. Maybe they're trying to find other. Like, why is it's a scientific
but
thing.
I just love it because they're just, oh yeah, okay, we'll stop now because we're desecrating a place. Jesus.
Well, then too, I think after the 13th month, I think there's 1,000 more bodies here. I think we should stop.
Oh my god.
We'll be here for days. So before they buried them back, they examined the bodies scientifically before placing them back into the original graves. They did find a body of a 14-year-old girl buried with a baby. Oh. They're not sure if the baby died after childbirth or she was pregnant with the baby at the time of death, but that was one of the bodies that they found. It was this woman, 14-year-old, with a baby. So after discovering this, the whole family was like, what the fuck?
Look at that. Just shook.
Just shooketh. So they were like, we're not gonna further disturb this place. We're just gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it be.
Now y'all want to.
Yeah. Well, again, they didn't know this. So that means no more mudding. They didn't want to disrespect the dead and didn't want to further work on the land by digging or building.
It's already disrespected.
Yeah. Again, they didn't know any of that. So okay, we can't do mudding anymore. We can't really do anything. This is a giant burial site. We're just going to leave everything be, let the land reclaim it, and move on with our life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
good idea.
Holy shit. So they did place a small rock marker on the site where these bodies were found. It slightly resembles, it kind of looks like a profile of a Native American, and it has a long rock top that looks like a feather. And they just happened to find it, and it resembles an Indian or a Native. So people will leave offerings at this rock for the natives, such as food, rocks, necklaces, trinkets, stuffed animals, as like, we're sorry for your loss and we're not here to disturb your land. Here's an offering.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's really cool. So in the mid 1990s, the family that lived on the property, they lived in a small home and they were unsure of how to use all this land that was at their disposal without disrespecting the thousands of people that were buried on the property.
Good luck.
Because, yeah, exactly. Because like we need to make money and make a living, but not disturb the dead people. So the family was like, okay, well, there's a ton of history here.
Yeah.
All right, there's a lot of spooky history here. Why don't we open like a spook haunt history attraction? So they would no longer use the amusement park rides and just let the land reclaim it. When I say the land reclaims it, like the vines growing all over the amusement park rides, it looks hella spooky and abandoned.
Huh.
So let me show you a picture. I will send you one right now.
Okay.
And also there's a video in there if you want to watch it.
Oh god, there's the swings.
Mm-hmm.
Those swings look terrifying.
No, the swings are really like they're decrepit as hell.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're right. It's just like all the foliage, everything just took over. Like literally what you said.
Yeah, they literally let the land reclaim it. Everything.
Where's the video?
Yeah, there's a video in there. Just I'll post it on Instagram for you campers. But it's like a drone footage shot of the property and some of the attractions. We're back, campers. Dolores saw the video. Like I said, we're going to post it on the Instagram so you guys can see it. But yeah, what'd you think?
It's pretty crazy. It's crazy to see because you have both. You have the one with the older foliage taking over, and then the very green one, I guess that's more modern right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's really nature has definitely taken its course on the land. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So they thought that, they'd do a spooky haunt attraction now, history attraction. So they would no longer use the amusement park rides and just let the land reclaim it. They offer special ghost tours. You can also camp on site or either bring an RV or a tent, and you can have the whole property to yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
you can ghost hunt. Like, say if you like camp the night, you can, while you're camping, you can ghost hunt all over the entire property, and they just want you to be respectful while you're doing it, of course. But yeah, you can camp. You can stay on the property overnight if you want to, or if you can survive doing it. I watched what's the guy's name? I watched his 2-part video on it. His name is Omar Gosh TV. He stayed there overnight, and in his car, he was sitting in the front seat, and you see a breath, like when it's really cold out and you see the fog of your breath, it blows up against his window.
Oh, what the fuck?
It was terrifying. And they also do like a voice box session, like a ghost box thing, and they got a lot of stuff saying his name and saying like, you need to leave and leave us alone. So
that makes me kind of sad.
Yeah, probably because I'm trying to rest and you're bugging me.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wait, my question to you is though.
Yeah.
With them allowing people to camp and everything on site, are the graves everywhere or just in a specific area?
They're kind of in a specific area. They're not like scattered throughout the entire property. So of course, I don't have people camping on top of the dead.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
So yeah, so where the massive burial site is at, they've left it pretty much alone. It's very marshy. You can't really walk through it anyway because it's so marshy.
Got it.
But yeah, you're not sleeping. But you're sleeping technically very close to a sacred burial site.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So yeah. So I lost my place. So give me 1 minute. Okay, so they also have a haunted maze attraction leading up to Halloween in the month of October, and while they're doing this, they also do history tours. So they have a haunted Halloween maze. It's all volunteer based. They don't if you want to come scare people, and it's very tiny. It's very cheaply made. It's just for fun, and they also provide history about the site and the land, and just what had happened there.
Okay.
So. And then we get to some experiences on this property. So a family came to visit the park with their 7-year-old little girl, And she kept running around the swings and playing with someone invisible that no one else could see. And so Gaylord Jr., the son of Senior Gaylord, asked how the family was doing with their tour in the park. Like, how you guys doing? They see your daughter's having a grand old time. And then told Gaylord Jr. that their 7-year-old has abilities and can see and communicate with the dead.
Huh.
Yeah. So, how you doing? My daughter can talk to dead people.
Oh.
That wasn't the question.
Oh my God.
But okay. Thanks. So the young girl then went up to one of the swings and stopped at a particular one. And the swing started swinging on its own aggressively. And it was a swing that the little girl from years ago had died on.
Whoa.
And and the little girl says that was the girl that she was playing with.
The one that went splat.
Yeah.
I can't with you. Oh, that was not okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
my God.
Terrifying. Also, guests will then often bring like soft plush toys to leave for the little girl and then place them on the swings.
Oh, I saw a picture that you put.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was going to ask you about that, but I forgot.
Yeah. So, they'll leave toys for her.
Oh,
All guests that visit here, especially when they visit the swings, they get a really like gross, unsettling, and like sick feeling.
Oh.
It's very common. Guests have also heard children laughing on property. Investigators have caught giggling on video, and they have also caught Native American chanting.
Oh.
And in some of the videos I've watched, they're like these weird like, like grunts, like native grunts. It was really weird. Yeah, that was strange. And then I watched another video where you did hear like giggling, like it sounded like a bunch of children going hee hee ha ha, like playing.
So weird.
It's freaky. So people do swim on the property. You're not supposed to, but the people that do or have said that they can feel hands pulling them down under the water trying to drown them.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Yeah, you want to swim, Dolores?
No, thank you.
No, I don't need to drown.
I don't want little Timmy trying to grab me under the water.
Yeah, literally, come join me. We all don't float down here. We all sink down here?
Yeah.
I guess that's what it would be.
Oh.
Oh, that's sad. That's really sad. I shouldn't have said that. So several psychics and mediums say that when they go near the water, that it repels them and makes them sick. They say that something lurks beneath the water and is very sinister and wants to cause them harm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which makes me wonder if did that little boy really get drowned? Was he drowned? Or was it an evil spirit or a restless spirit that was pissed and then drowned the kid?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because of everything that with its history there. So,
Yeah.
Questionable.
Yeah, so here's some good things.
Okay.
Good things. One good thing. People can smell concession stand food.
Are you... Oh, okay, cool.
They're like, hot dog, popcorn, tasty. But shadow figures can be seen on the property day and night. One shadow figure in particular is seen riding the Ferris wheel. Music can be heard coming off the rides, or some will see them turn on. People will hear voices having conversations with one another, and no one is around.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, like you hear people like full-on conversation, no one around.
Okay. Like, here's the thing. I've walked through Disneyland alone, or in parts alone by myself at night because I gotta get through the park. I gotta leave. I'm trying to get off of work. Whatever. Yeah. It's creepy as it is, and it's not an abandoned park or anything. So for that to experience that, I think I would shit myself and then run away.
Yeah, and then imagine a ride that's been sitting there since 1966, and it's 1993 now, and it suddenly turns on.
Oh, no.
Like you see the lights flicker, you see it move a little bit, you hear the music playing.
I hate that.
That's nightmare fuel.
Literally.
So here's an experience that Senior Gaylord White experienced. So he would take his tractor out to cut the grass and make pathways for people to walk on. He said in the 4 years he would do this, he always felt like someone was watching him, and he often felt extreme pressure while driving around on the tractor, on his shoulders, and on his back. He said that he would see a little girl out of the corner of his eye a lot, and then she would disappear.
Okay.
All right. So on one day, he kept seeing this little girl a lot as he's mowing the lawn with his tractor. And suddenly, the little girl appeared behind him, behind the back of the tractor. He got so scared, he turned off the tractor, jumped off, and said, "You can have the tractor if you want." Right? The tractor still sits in the same spot today where he had left it for the little girl, and it has not moved since.
What? He just dipped? He just left it? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And when that happened, like when he said, "You can just have it," the little girl was still standing there.
What?
And then she just kind of walked away. And just disappeared.
Tell me why my first thought was, ungrateful little shit.
I don't want this tractor. I just wanted to fuck with you. So to make sure this tractor didn't move because he left it for the little girl, he placed barrels in front of it so that no one could move it. What? Are you okay?
I'm
Did you
so
just
sorry.
have a heart attack?
A car came by. It scared me. I'm a little spooked right now.
Good. Fun fact about this tractor. They did check on the tractor either a few days or weeks later and found that this tractor had a massive gas leak. And if it was restarted, it would have caused a huge fire and possible death if it was started and sitting on it.
Whoa.
So maybe this little girl was trying to like, hey, this thing's gonna explode, and every day would maybe was trying to warn him.
Okay, never mind. I take it back. I take it all back. You're not ungrateful. Thank you.
So yeah, that was really interesting.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was a really cool fact. So Gaylord Singer says that the swings will begin to swing on their own, even while the air is still outside and there's no wind. Some say that if you rest your hand below the seats of a swing, a gentle ice-cold breeze will pass your hand and the seats will start to swing and move and creak. But suddenly, the air will become very warm, and some say it's a little girl that died on the swings.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes me sad. Gaylord Jr. has also stated that he has seen an apparition of a little girl wearing a pink dress but covered in blood.
Oh my god.
Which is probably a little girl who died on the swings.
Yeah.
He said that he became paralyzed while looking at the apparition and didn't know what to do, but it continued to stare back at him, and then it got a little closer to him, and then turned and walked away again.
Ooh, that's so weird.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Bloody girl, little girl, walking up to you, staring at you, emotionless, and then turning and walking away. No, thank you. Gaylord Sr. ended up passing away of colon cancer when he was older, so he lived a good life. Gaylord Jr. had passed away of a massive heart attack in his 50s. Jewel, which is Gaylord Sr.'s wife, said that Gaylord Jr. had over 26 heart attacks while living on the property before dying of a massive heart attack.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and some say that a lot of mediums and psychics say that the evil spirits there can cause heart attacks, so they thought that maybe it was these evil entities causing these 26 heart attacks before he took his big one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because, I mean, like when we went to go visit Zach Bagans' museum, I mean, that was one of the big things that we had to sign our life away for was heart attacks.
Heart attacks. Hey, we lived.
Yeah, hey yo.
We lived.
Hey yo.
So 6 months after Gaylord Jr. had passed in 2014, he owned a school bus that was then left abandoned on the property. So the family was taking a picture of the bus, and when they looked back at the picture, in the third window from the front, they captured his face in its window.
Whose face?
The guy that passed away, Gaylord Jr., who died of the massive heart attack.
Yeah. His face?
Yeah. His face was in the window. His ghostly face was in the window.
The fuck?
Yeah. And they have the picture, but it's not posted anywhere online.
Oh, damn
and
it.
The people that go to take the tour, they show that picture.
Oh.
And it very much is him. So that's what people say.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So in 2014, Jewel and her son Chris White opened up a theme horror attraction called the Dark Carnival, where they take you on a nighttime tour of the property by passing you by the old rides where the three clay children are buried, and then take you by campfire to tell you more history of the land. So like what we're doing around the campfire, telling you more history of the land. They did this in honor of Gaylord Sr. and Jr. because they had loved to do this so much with visitors and speak about the land's history.
That just gives me creepy vibes.
Yeah. Continue tradition. Which is what's what we're doing now. We're gathering everybody around the campfire, telling scary stories.
I'm spooked already.
So Jewel was worried that she wouldn't run the park at the standard of her husband, and when he had passed, she had received a sign from the afterlife.
Oh.
Yeah, so when he had passed, she was like, I'm really missing him. I'm not going to do a really good job at this. I miss you, Gaylord Sr. So on security camera or CCTV footage, they found some footage of the camera facing the Ferris wheel. So the safety lock on one of the Ferris wheel carts opened by itself, almost as if someone was checking the safety locks on the ride and if someone got on the ride.
Weird.
So yeah, the safety lock on the door opened, and then it looked like someone got on it, and then it closed.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, so Jewel said that her husband, Gaylord Sr., was so obsessed with the Ferris wheel when running the amusement park that he would always check the locks on the Ferris wheel to make sure they were in working order. That this was probably him still checking to make sure everything was in tip-top shape.
That's so weird.
Yeah. It's weird, but it's like cute.
Yeah. Like he's
still taking care of the park.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. So Jewel still lives on the property, but she lives on it alone. She will call her son to come to her side if like something crazy and scary happens. Sometimes they'll see shadow people or Native Americans on the property or in their home. Both have still decided to run this park in honor of Gaylord Sr. and Jr. and make it safe for the living and the dead.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's she said it's happened often where a Native American will be like in her living room.
Oh my God.
Just staring at her.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
So then she'll call her son. The son will come over and be like, all right, thanks, sorry. Please get out of here. I appreciate it.
That makes me so uncomfortable.
So here's a sad-ish fact.
Okay.
They will not, nor will they ever let Ghost Adventures film or investigate here.
Damn.
For the fear he will yell at the child ghosts or be disrespectful to the hallowed native grounds.
But okay. Understandable, but I don't think that would be the case.
Yeah, I don't think that would be the case. I doubt Zachary was like, fucking little girl who got splattered on the bus. Show yourself.
That's not how
maybe
they are.
No, I think if anything, he'd antagonize the shadow people or the things in the water.
Yeah, just
I doubt he would mess with Native Americans, but they just won't allow it. He's tried many a time apparently, and they just denied it.
Understandable.
So if you would like to visit this place in West Virginia, or like to make a reservation to stay on site, I know they're still doing tours via COVID. You just have to schedule it. You can go to www.wv Shawnee, and how you spell this is WVLakeShawnee.com. So wvlakeshawnee.com, and you can go there. They have some history. They have pictures of everything on there. Like I said, I'm going to post some pictures on Instagram for you guys of this property. But that was the case of Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park.
Oh, that gave me some heebie-jeebies. I'm like kind of uncomfortable now. But wow.
Yeah, but it had that perfect brew. I can't talk, it's getting late. Brew of you built something on Native American burial grounds, and then all shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Because I remember growing up on most scared places or my ghost story. Literally every story was, I didn't realize my house was built on a Native ancient burial site. and all of a sudden I have all these pissed off native ghosts, and I don't know what to do. This was like the perfect storm.
Whew. You took me on a roller coaster on that one.
Oh yeah, well I'm glad. I hope you campers really like that. What
roller coaster?
Oh,
amusement park.
I missed that.
I did too. I did it with myself.
Oh my god. Oh, the pun.
I did not mean to.
We hope you guys like that. So before we wrap up, I need to tell a joke.
Yes, please.
And I am so bad. I didn't find one. So let me find one right now.
Okay.
And we're back, campers. I have two very aggressively mean Native American jokes, not towards Native Americans, but towards white people. So this is all in good fun. Here's a joke. Why do you never see Native Americans at nice restaurants?
Oh my god, why?
White men took their reservations. Oof. Ouch.
I can't. I was actually really good.
That was good, right? So here's another one.
I'm sorry. I feel so bad for laughing.
Woo! Why do Native Americans hate when white people ask to use their Wi-Fi?
Oh my god, why?
Because they're taking all their land.
Stop! This is all fun. This is a lot of fun.
Ooh, it's all fun. All fun.
Oh my god.
What is one more? There was one up here that was like, ooh shit. I think that was it.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh, there are some in here that are like, woo.
No.
Well, I'm not gonna say it. I was like, woo. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this, campers. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can follow us at
campinsomnia_podcast.
Yep, and you can also find our Linktree in the bio of this podcast or the description, where we have like our Apple Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, everywhere. And please share with your family and friends. I know we have some new listeners in Madrid, Croatia, London, Morocco, Casablanca.
I know, right? I was like, oh my god, Casablanca, what the heck?
It's nuts. We have a bunch of listeners in Ohio. So Ohio listeners, what is up?
We're gonna keep calling y'all out until one of y'all say something to one of us.
I know. Yeah, and then to Canada, y'all are like sleeping. Here, look, I'm literally looking at our analytics online. We have one from Texas. We have people from Virginia. How's it going, Virginia? Yeah, we have a lot of people like Columbus, Ohio, Hugh, Ohio people. Like, what is going on? People in Atlanta, Georgia. It's just really cool.
You know what? We got a little bit of everything, and it's nice because we're growing our camp. We're growing our camp.
Exactly. We're growing our camp. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah, without further ado, you guys, thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you.
And good luck trying to fall asleep tonight.
Oh, legit. I think I might need some help.
Yeah. If a Native American pops up in my room and is like,
oh my god, please.
No, if I'm on your land, I am so sorry. I will leave right now.
It's just straight up.
Which is literally all of the United States of America.
Oh my god.
So, part of me can stay, I guess. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. And we'll talk to you later.
Yes, we will. Talk to you later.
Bye. Don't get on swings that are just wood planks.